Hi guys, my name's Marty, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up WordPress in about 10 minutes. So the first thing we need to do is register a domain name and set up web hosting for our website. And if I go to wordpress.org and click into hosting at the top, we can see the different hosting providers that they recommend. Now, Pressable is managed hosting. It's a little bit more expensive, and we definitely don't need it for a basic website. So instead, we're going to go for Bluehost, which is shared hosting. It's a lot cheaper and works great. So if you're following along with this tutorial, we're going to open up our internet browser and go to bluehost.com. Or if you want to support me and this channel, you can click my affiliate link in the video description or visit the URL that's on screen now to get here instead. I will earn a small commission if you do this, and you'll also get the discounted price. So thank you in advance if you use my link, but even if you don't, I would still highly recommend using Bluehost, and I hope you enjoy the video. Then either way, once we get here, we're going to hover over hosting at the top and click into web hosting. Then if we click view plans, this will show us the different hosting plans that Bluehost offer. Now, to be totally honest, it's unlikely that we'll need more than the starter plan, as this allows us to have up to 10 websites and up to 40,000 visitors per month. And it comes with a free domain name for the first year. But if for whatever reason you need more than this, the business plan allows up to 50 websites and up to 200,000 visitors per month. But as I'm just doing this for the tutorial, I'm going to go for the starter plan. Then once we've decided which plan we want, we can click Choose Plan. And now we're going to register the domain name we want for our new website. So we just need to type whatever we want to register into this box. And for me, I'm going to type Marty's website. Then on the right, we can choose our domain extension, and I'm going to leave mine on .com. So the domain name I'm registering here is martyswebsite.com. Then we're going to click Search for Domain on the right. And as long as the domain name's available, we're going to be brought to a page that looks like this. But if it comes up and says the domain is not available, we will need to choose something else. Then once we're on this page, we can see our hosting plan at the top, and this is automatically set to 3 years. But we can change how often we'd like to pay for it here, and I'm going to change mine to yearly, as this way we get a great discount and still get the free domain name. Then here we can see the data center is automatically set to London for me, and we can see it says we have selected a data center closest to you for optimal speed and performance. So I'd recommend leaving it as the one they've selected, but if we want to change it, we just need to click this pencil icon and choose a different one. But I'm just going to leave it on the one they selected. Then under this we have our domain name, and we can see we're getting 1 year for free, which would normally cost us $12.99. Then under this we have 2 optional add-ons, which are Domain Privacy Protection and Professional Email. But we don't need either of these to build our website, so we're just going to click the trash icon to the right of each one to remove them from our order. Then once we're done here, we can see the total price to pay over on the right. So it's going to cost me $59.88 for 12 months of hosting and my domain name. So it's going to cost around $4.99 per month to run our website, which is awesome. And then if we look under this, we can see they also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. Then once we're happy with everything here, we just need to click Continue to Checkout. Then on this page, we just need to fill out our personal information, so things like our name and address. Then under this, we can enter the password we want to use for logging into our Bluehost account, and then we can choose our payment method, and we can choose either credit or debit card or PayPal. So I'm just going to pause this video while I fill out my personal information and pay for my order, and then I'll restart it again. Okay, so that's me now back, and after paying for my order, I was automatically logged into my Bluehost account. And now we can install WordPress. To do this, we just need to click into Websites on the left, and this will show us any websites we have. But as we haven't installed WordPress yet, there aren't any here. So to install WordPress, we just need to click Add Website on the right. Then we're going to make sure Install WordPress is selected here and click Continue. Now we need to enter our site title, and don't worry too much about this for now, as we can always change it again later. And I'm going to put Marty's website for mine. Then we're going to click Continue. And here we need to enter the domain name for our website. And this is the domain name that we just registered. So for me, I'm going to put martyswebsite.com. Then we just need to click Continue. And now on this screen, we have a few optional add-ons we can purchase if we like, but we don't need these to build our website, so I'm just going to click Skip for now. Then on this page, we have a few more add-ons, and once again, I'm going to click Skip for now. And at this point, Bluehost will start installing WordPress. This will usually only take around 30 seconds or so to complete, but sometimes it can take a little longer. Then once it's finished installing, we might get a message like this that reads, "This site is using a temporary URL until the domain is pointed at Bluehost. If this is a new domain name, it might take a few hours to finish setting up." So our website's going to be using a random temporary domain name for a few hours until they finish setting everything up. Then it'll be updated to the new one we just registered without us needing to do anything else. Then at this point we can click Log into WordPress, and this will open up our website in a new tab. Now, when we first install WordPress, Bluehost are going to prompt us to use their AI site creator or import an existing WordPress site. But we're not going to do either. Instead, we're going to close out of this new tab, and here we'll see all the details and options for our website. Now we're going to click into Plugins in this menu at the top, and plugins are like apps we can install on our website to add extra functionality that WordPress doesn't come with by default. Then here we're going to deactivate the Bluehost plugin by toggling this switch, and then click Proceed. Now if we click here in the top right where it says WordPress Admin, this will open up our WordPress website in a new tab, only this time we won't go through the Bluehost onboarding process. Then to clean everything up a bit, the first thing I like to do is deactivate the rest of the plugins. But instead of doing this on Bluehost, we can do it from within the WordPress Dashboard. So over on the left, we're going to click into Plugins, and this will show us a list of any plugins we have installed. Now we're going to check this box in the top left to select all the plugins in this list, then change the drop-down menu to Deactivate, and click Apply. And this will deactivate all the plugins at once. And you might notice that the menu on the left now looks a lot less busy, and this is because a bunch of those options were added by the plugins. But all of these extra options can make things seem a little more complicated than they actually are when first getting started. And since we don't need any of them to build our website, it's better to remove them. Then we can install some plugins later on after learning the main basics of WordPress. Now the plugins are still installed, so to delete them, we're going to check the box in the top left to select them all again, then change the drop-down menu to Delete, and click Apply. Then click OK in the middle, and WordPress will delete all the plugins one by one. Now if we click into Dashboard in the top left, this will bring us back to the main dashboard home screen, and this is what we're going to see first anytime we log into our WordPress site. Then to visit our website, we just need to click our site title in the top left, and this will show us what WordPress looks like when we first install it. And don't worry if yours looks a little different, as sometimes they change up the default theme, but it's just going to have some demo content on it for now, like this demo blog post called Hello World, and this demo comment. And if we look at the URL at the top, we can see mine is still using the temporary domain name, but this will update to the new one soon without us needing to do anything else. Then to get back to the dashboard, we just need to click our site title again in the top left. And for reference, this grey bar running along the top will only be visible to us when we're logged in. Our visitors won't be able to see it. So that's us now at the end, and that was how to set up WordPress on your own domain name and hosting. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please give it a like to show your support, and be sure to subscribe for more WordPress tutorials in future. Once again, my name's Marty from letsbuildwp.com, and thank you for watching.